All right, what's up, Brand Dog? Hey, McCue, I need advice. Okay, I got you, bro. What we gonna talk about? So, like, I keep getting bullied in school, and it won't stop. Even if I avoid the people, they still are gonna pick at me, even if I don't show a reaction to them, and I don't know what to do because I take everything to heart. So, I don't know what to do. All right, let me ask you some questions, just so I can get some clarification on this stuff. Is it one person or multiple people? Man, how are you the first thing you want to type in is go Browns, bro? Green Bay would be undefeated if they had a kicker. A lot of people? How much? What's a lot of people? 40? Nah, 40 is actually crazy. Okay, so without going into like super great detail, because I don't need you to like put specific stuff, obviously, if it's like inappropriate for the stream or if you just don't want to talk about that. Like, what? You know, I'm going to allow that because those are 40 losers right there for real. Is it just like verbal stuff? They just like calling you names? Is it like fit? Like, if you got 40 people physically bullying you, buddy, that's crazy. So just assuming the amount of people, I'm assuming it's verbal because there are two different things. So there's verbal and physical. Verbal stuff. And you've been physically bullied by about 10 of them. Okay. Yeah, Brandog, hold up. Brandog, man, you got God. Hurting anyone shouldn't even be in your wheelhouse right now. Shouldn't even be in your wheelhouse. Like I said, you got the Bible, man. You got the Bible. You know what I mean? So, you say you got about 40 people, verbal and physical. Okay. Here's what I'll say. And this is coming from someone who grew up. I wasn't like bullied. Not to the extent you are. But like I was definitely picked on for having red hair. And I remember specifically one where like it wasn't like physically that bad, but like every once in a while it would get physical. You know what I mean? So, and Brandog, it's crazy you're talking about this stuff because I was actually going to bring up a topic, chat, that I thought about the other day. And I'm going to tie this into helping you out, Brandog. So, unfortunately, especially in today's day and age with social media and stuff like that, y'all kids growing up, and I'm not speaking about anyone specifically watching this stream. I'm just saying in general, kids growing up today have zero respect and have zero, and I mean zero, like boundaries or level of thought for other people's feelings. Because of how social media is, you can get on any app, you can get on Instagram, Facebook, whatever, and you can just comment the most horrendous TikTok. You can comment the most horrendous stuff on all the time. You could be calling people names. You could be harassing people all day long. And if you really think about it, as long as you ain't doing something illegal.
This homeless man won't leave, so I'm spraying him with dirty brown water.
www. L90Don9L subscribed to your channel for 5 months.
Don, thank you for the resubscription. I appreciate you. We will spin the wheel after we get done helping out Brandog, all right? I got you. All right, so. Unfortunately, with y'all's generation growing up with social media, unfortunately, kids think it's okay to say wild stuff to people. Like when I grew up, people did say wild stuff, and like people were bullied. I ain't saying people back in the day weren't bullied and stuff. Like there was obviously physical bullying, verbal bullying all the time. But especially when it comes to like verbal bullying and saying things to people, I think it's worse today than it was even back when I was in school. Like, I think physical bullying has gone down a little bit, not a lot, still happens, but verbal bullying, like the mental stuff where you're like calling people names and saying crazy stuff, that stuff has skyrocketed for sure. And to be in your position, Brand Dog, like I couldn't tell you what I would do if I was your age dealing with that right now, because that age, like your age, bro, you're almost in the hardest point of your life because of stuff like this. And I'm going to try my absolute best to give you my honest opinion without letting my emotions control my answer. Because, like, I'll be honest with you, Brain Dog, if you were my son and you came home to me and said 40 people were verbally bullying you and 10 people were physically bullying you, I tell you to pick the biggest one and knock them clean out. But that's the wrong thing to do. See, that's my emotion, that's anger, that you don't want to do all that. You know what I mean? Like, and Brand Dog, I'm really glad you're talking about this. And you just said, like, last year, one of my actual in-person friends ended themselves on Christmas. Guys, if any of you are thinking about hurting yourselves in any way, shape, or form, don't do it. Don't do it. Because I promise you, y'all are kids. Your life is pretty controlled. Like, pretty controlled in general. Like, don't think that life is always going to be like how it is right now. Because I promise you it's not. Do not let your childhood dictate how the rest of your life is going to go. Y'all don't understand sometimes. We're human beings. We have such a freedom and a great opportunity to live life to the best way possible, and hurting yourself or ending your life is the worst possible thing you can do. Next to hurting someone else, hurting yourself is the worst thing you can do. You know what I mean? And I'll chat, going back again, social media, the videos, stuff like that. Like, you hear about it all the time, more often now, of kids ending their lives, kids hurting themselves. Like, and like, I feel like kids see that stuff on social media and they go, oh, dude, this kid just ended his life, or this kid's hurting himself, or this kid brought, in chat, we're going to talk about this stuff because this is for real. Kids bringing guns into schools and wanting to hurt other people. That stuff is real. And I feel like the more that happens and the more of y'all see it on, like, the news and the media, I feel like y'all think it's like it's a normal thing to do, but I promise you it's not. It's evil. Don't do it. Like, and chat. And I relate this to sports because there are many athletes that I look up to who grew up in a really bad environment. Like, they grew up in the hood, or they grew up without parents. They grew up around violence. They grew up around drugs, like self-harm, stuff like that. And it's hard. I'm not saying this is an easy thing to do, Brand Dog. This is going to be a hard thing for you, of dealing with this. There's no easy answer for you, and that's the truth. Like, I'm not a huge fan of therapy because I've worked in residential facilities. I've worked alongside therapists. I ain't gonna lie, 99% of therapists out there are full of it. I'm gonna be for real with y'all. They'll, every therapist tell kids nowadays, find a coping mechanism. What makes you feel good? Do you like to draw? Listen to music. Oh, just do that. But I'm telling you, that's not the answer. Doing things that make you feel good, like listening to music, drawing, playing video games, working out, that stuff is beneficial. But your problem's still right here. You can whatever. Listen to music, play video games right here. But your problem's still over here. Playing video games doesn't make your problem go away. Listening to music doesn't make your problem go away. Your problem's still there. So your therapist telling you, oh, if you're feeling down, you know, what makes you feel better? Counting to 10. Deep breathing. What a crock. I'm sorry. Guys, I'm being for real. The only way to deal with your problems is to think about them rationally. And let those emotions happen. Now, Brand Dog, there have been many a times when I was young. Chad, I'm going to tell you a story. Like, when I was born in Buffalo, New York. My dad's family lived in a different state. I'm not going to start dropping my address or nothing like that. So when I was in 2nd grade, my family moved to a different state. I was a brand new kid in 3rd grade. I went from kindergarten, 1st grade, 2nd grade to having a bunch of friends. No one ever picked on me. Everyone got along. We were all cool. We were chilling. I get to 3rd grade, first day. I got called every name in the book. Not just with my red hair. They're calling me some worse stuff. And chat, I remember at recess, I was trying to go play with the boys. You know, you're trying to make some friends, you know what I mean? And one of the games all the boys like to play is there were 2 frisbees that had the Velcro on it, and they would throw tennis balls back and forth. Y'all remember? Y'all know what I'm talking about? It's got a frisbee with the strap that you put your hand around, and it's got Velcro, and you can throw a tennis ball, and the tennis ball sticks to the frisbee. So I tried to go play with the boys and go do that. And I remember I went to pick up the tennis ball because it landed near me. A kid shoved me. I dropped the tennis ball, and he looked at me. He called me a name and told me that no one likes me and to go away. Bro, I broke down. I started crying. I went back into the school. I went to my 3rd grade teacher. Shout out Mrs. Kirkpatrick. Miss Kirkpatrick actually taught my dad too. So shout out Miss Kirkpatrick. God bless her. She's an angel. Went into her room because she was my homeroom teacher. I didn't know anyone at the school. Like, my brother didn't go at the same building I did at the time. Like, I didn't know anyone. So I went to my teacher. I was crying. I missed my friends. I wanted to move back to New York. Like, bro, this sucks. This is horrible. And I remember she had this big jar of pretzel sticks. You know them big pretzel sticks you get that are like that big? She gave me a pretzel stick. She sat down. She talked to me a little bit and told me, you know, being the new kid is going to be hard sometimes. You know, give it time. You know, you're new, so the kids don't know you. Like, and some kids are mean. Some kids are nice. You will find friends, and it's going to be okay. You got to surround yourself with good people, and you got to get rid of the bad people. That's all you got to do. And I know in school, that's super hard to do. Because sometimes you got class with them kids who are mean to you. You walk through the hallways in the same time. I remember it, dude. I remember in middle school, this kid, every single time after first period, we would pass each other, go into second period, and he would either like shove me, punch me in the arm, do something. I remember it because I tried to avoid him, and he always tried to get near me and always try to punch me in the arm, always try to do something. I remember it, bro. And like that whole school year, I'm like, dude, this, like, everything in me just wants to deck this kid as hard as I can, as hard as humanly possible. But for some reason, I didn't. At that age, I can't explain to you why I didn't do anything. My dad told me all the time, because I told my dad about it. Like, my dad told me, punch him in the nose as hard as you can until someone pulls you off of him. I'm so glad I didn't do that. That's horrible advice to give to a kid. That's bad advice to give to a kid. Now, I'll be for real with y'all. In that situation, like, if I'm walking in the hallway, someone punches me in the arm, walk away, okay, fine. If there is someone bullying you in school, physically, where they're, like, repeatedly doing it, and, like, it's not just, like, oh, punch you in the arm, walk away, but they're, like, let's say, like, they got you in the bathroom, and they're, like, beating the crap out of you, like, repeated blows. What up, Larry? Like, repeated blows, they keep punching you, and they won't stop. You tell them to stop, and they will not stop. Then you can use, then you gotta defend yourself. You gotta swing back. You gotta shove them and get away. You have to defend yourself. I'm not sitting here saying like Shannon Sharp has one of the best quotes ever. Hey, well, hold on. I'm gonna find this clip because it resonates in my head all the time. I know what he says, but I want to hear exactly how he said it. Because I think about it all the time.
And the thing is, for me, Skip, is that, okay, we've turned the other cheek. 250 years of slavery, 100 years of apartheid and Jim Crow. We've turned the other cheek. How about you stop slapping me in my damn face? And then I won't have to turn my cheek. Why do I got to keep turning while you keep punching? Can you answer me that, Tony?
Both your cheeks are...
Yeah, I'm tired.
They're bloody.
My cheeks are bloody, my head spinning from turning like I'm watching a tennis match.
Yep.
But we got to keep turning the other cheek. Turn the other cheek. That's the problem. We've turned it. It's going to be okay. That, forgive him. You heard what he said. He said he was sorry. And that's us. Black people, Skip, by nature, we're very forgiving. Because we've allowed this to go on for so long, we're very, very forgiving.
I agree.
And I think that's Tony's innate in and of himself is like forgiveness. With that, I'm sorry. I mean, at some point in time, I got to stop forgiving you because you keep doing it and you take my kindness for weakness. And that's what they've done. They've taken kindness for weakness. They'll just turn the other cheek. They'll just go to church and pray, and Lord, everything going to be okay. Nah, hell nah. They go to church too. So what's their God telling them? Man, stop, man. I'm tired of this, all this forgiveness and all that. Just stop doing it. You don't have to be a Harvard. You don't have to be a Rhodes Scholar. You don't have to go to MIT, Skip, to know you shouldn't treat people the way we've been treated. This education, and it's going to take dialogue. Dialogue for what? I'm trying to figure out for people that created everything, because Black didn't create anything, Skip.
I don't know if this has the quote that I was looking for, but hold up. But I want to say something about this video.
But now they need the Black people that they've been stepping on for 400 years to educate them how to treat us.
Okay, that wasn't the exact clip I was looking for, but there it is. Hold up. This one right here.
Not for real.
You got to keep always being the bigger man. You're hanging around with too many small damn people. I'm not finna be the bigger man. I'm not gonna let you keep taking your shots at me and I turn the other cheek. That's in the Bible. I ain't in there.
Woo! Hey, he said, I'm finna stop turning the other cheek. That's in the Bible. I ain't in there. Listen, hey. But for real. Let's be for real. There's a difference. And now what he was saying in the last video, I'm tired of forgiving you. I disagree with that. Brandog, this is going to be one of the hardest things you've ever heard in your life. And only me today. I'm saying like within the past year, I'm still learning this concept. Chat. You have to be able to forgive people for the evil that they do. You have to forgive people. Now, I'm not sitting here saying, yep, Brandog, they're going to keep doing it. Eventually, it's not going to be in your life anymore. You ain't going to go to school for the rest of your life, and those 40 people are going to call you names for the rest of your life. That dude back in middle school who always punched me in the hallway, who also verbally bullied me too. To me, like, it wasn't really bullying because he just like made fun of my red hair and then he'd like push me every once in a while. Like, I forgive him. I have no clue.
Happy birthday, McCue.
What up, Santi? I have no clue what his life was like. I can't judge him at all. He's a human being just like me. He has sinned just like me. He has done evil just like me. I am no better than that person. And Brandog, this is going to be one of the hardest things you've ever heard in your life. You are no better than the people picking on you. And that I'm not saying that you do anything specifically wrong, Brand Dog. I don't know you. I don't know everything you've done in your life. Only God knows it. But the hardest thing for me, and I think for a lot of people, is the concept of loving everyone and being able to forgive everyone. Now, that's one of the hardest things you could do in life. Chat, there's people to this day where they have done something to me and I still struggle being able to forgive them because of the level of the things they have done. Still to this day, it bothers me. But when I look at Jesus and what he did, this man lived a sinless life, tried to love and forgive everyone, and help everyone. He was crucified, he was shamed, made fun of, whipped, spat on, humiliated, put up on the cross, died, and not a single time during all of that did he condemn people. He forgave everyone for what they did to him. He died, Brand Dog. That's what I'm talking about. He died also to forgive the people who killed him. Wrap your brain around that concept. Hey, go ahead and kill me, and I'll forgive you. Bro, what? What do you mean? Like, and I think that's where, like, a lot of people who struggle with God and Jesus, they don't really think about that. Like, but mind you, like, in your belief, I don't care if you go to church every single day. I don't care if you don't go to church at all. Like, the historical facts and historical narrative and the historical timeline of the Bible. Show me anywhere where it said Jesus, like, cursed people who killed him. No, he forgave everyone. He forgave everyone. And you have to have that in mind, Brand Dog. Anytime one of those kids calls you a name, physically hurts you, Brand Dog, that's going to be the hardest thing to do in your life. Jesus did it. And Jesus was the Son of God. We're just humans. We don't have the same power and mind Jesus had. We don't. So yes, and Brand Dog, you might go to school tomorrow and you might just be having a bad day and some kid just says the wrong word and you just sock them hard as you can in the face. Because you're angry. And that anger builds up. And you're human. You are a human. But you do have control of your actions. You have control of your actions. Do not hurt someone, Brand Dog. Don't. Because that is not what God wants. That's what the other guy wants. He wants you to be angry. He wants you to be spiteful. He wants you to be hateful. He wants you to hurt people. And he'll try to trick you. And it's going to be in your mind. He will try to trick you. He'll say, how come all these people pick on you all the time and you're not supposed to do anything? How come they can hurt you and you can't hurt them? How fair is that? How much sense does that make? He wants you to do evil. He wants you to do evil. He will give you reasons. And Brandog, at times you're gonna think to yourself like, you know what? He's making a lot of sense. Because that's what he does. He deceives you. He tricks you. God gives you the truth. The other guy lies and tries to trick you into doing his bidding. God just tells you the truth. And that's as plain as that. God is the truth. He is love. He is forgiveness. He is grace. You got to keep your faith. You got to keep your faith strong. Even during your hardest of times. Brandog, pray every day. And pray for those people. That's another thing that I learned to do in the past couple years too. I used to pray. You know about, hey, God, help me with this. Could you do me a favor? And if this happens in my life with me. Nope. To the people who I still struggle with forgiving, I pray for them every night. I pray more for other people than I do myself. I think, basically my prayer consists of thanking God for a beautiful and blessed day. Thank you for giving me 2 arms, 2 hands, 2 legs, 2 eyes, 2 ears, a mouth, the ability to see, the ability to talk. Thanking him for the rest he gave me. The rest he's going to give me the night before. I thank him for Lauren. And then I tell him to please help and look over all of my loved ones, everyone on the stream, and everyone who needs you. Because and this goes weird without saying, everyone needs God, whether you like it or not. Everyone needs God. But some people need God more than others, if that makes sense. There are some people who are just struggling so much in life that they are literally by a thread getting ready to hurt someone, hurt themselves, and they need God more than me. Yeah, God has blessed me so much in my life, I can't thank him enough. But there are some people who are blind and deaf to the fact that God's always there, but you have to open up your heart, open up your eyes and your ears, and let him help you. God isn't a butler where you pray for something and it happens exactly how you want it. God will listen to you, but you also got to listen to him. And your ears and eyes better be open, because sometimes stuff happens that you don't even realize God's doing, and he's back in the workshop working up something for you, and you don't even know. Brandog, having faith and following God, following Jesus, is one of the absolute hardest things anyone can do. If you think, oh man, believing in God's easy, believing in Jesus, following Jesus is easy, trying to learn and understand and do by his word is easy, you're out of your mind. It's easy to do the other thing. It is a million times easier to go against God and to do evil. It's way harder to do God's word. 100%. 100%. It's harder to do God's word than it is evil. And unfortunately, that's why a lot of people choose evil. Because it's easy. It's the cop-out. It's the recliner of life. Like, I'm struggling with money. I'm just going to go rob someone. Because it's easy. I go get a gun. I go to a gas station. I'm going to go rob someone. Because that's the easy thing to do. Or you're going to struggle for a little bit. Get yourself together. Find a job. Might not be the best paying job. Save up some money. Do something. All my life sucks, so like I'm just gonna be an alcoholic. I'm just gonna drink every single day. I'm gonna take drugs every single day. That's the easy thing to do. And what really sucks, once you step your toes so deep into that pool, there's only one thing that's getting you out of there, and that's God. Because a lot of people who struggle, especially with like substance, and they try to do it themselves, relapse is such a high percentage for those people. It's crazy. Like, man, like, Brandog, it's crazy that you brought this up because I was going to talk about forgiveness and stuff like this on stream, because as of right now, at the job I'm working at right now, there's someone who works there who I'm not very fond of. I'll say that. This person is very, I'll just say not a nice person. I don't know if I did anything wrong to this person. And it makes me like wonder what I did wrong to this person, because they're not particularly nice or respectful towards me. And I had like, for our job, we had to drive like an hour in the company truck. I was driving, he was in the passenger seat. Neither of us talked the entire time to each other, which is so weird to be in a car with like your coworker and neither of you talk to each other. Half of that ride, I'm sitting there and I'm like, man, screw this dude. Like, he's sitting over there acting snobby, don't want to talk or nothing. And I've tried talking to him before. And like, I'm just sitting there. I'm like, man, dude, forget this dude, bro. Like, whatever. Whatever. And then I thought about it. It literally popped in my head like the last half hour of the drive, of like, I'm sitting here telling this guy, you know, he could screw off, forget about him, just because like he's kind of mean, not even kind of mean, just like disrespectful and like whatever. And I'm sitting here saying that stuff. And then I literally thought about Jesus dying on the cross, and he forgave those people that did that to him. And I'm like, I'm sitting over here worried about this little stuff from this dude, and I can't forgive him and I can't love him. That's crazy to me. Like, comparison with Jesus, like, I should easily be able to forgive this dude and like, not even forgive him, tell him sorry. I'm sorry for whatever I did to you. Like, and we don't have to be like best friends or nothing like that. I just, like, if I did something wrong, I'm sorry. And I don't really like appreciate, and maybe it's just me. I don't know. Life has so many different weird things and concepts in it. And like, if you just like take a minute and just sit back and just think of the situations and actually dive deep into like what's going on. Chat, it's bananas to me. If you think in general, every single person on this earth would like to be treated nicely, right? Now, there are some people who are evil, who want to do harm to others. But I'm saying in general, Most people like being treated nicely, respectfully, right? That requires everyone to be nice and respectful to everyone. I like being treated nice and respectfully by everyone. So I need to do everything in my power to be nice and respectful to every single person I come in contact with. But just in our country alone, the amount of like disrespect, like spite, evil, mean words that everyone says, like, why? I don't understand how it's as prevalent in our culture as it is. Like, it's weird to me. Everyone in general likes to be treated nicely and loved, but we don't do that to other people. And neither do I. Like, chat, I struggle with it. Like, I struggle with it. Sitting here saying, like, I should just love and be nice to everyone, but it could literally happen tomorrow. I could be at work and someone's going to be in a bad mood and calls me an idiot, and I'm going to call them an idiot back. But why would I call that person an idiot? Just because they called me an idiot and I got angry and called them an idiot back? No. I'm not doing my part. And it's crazy to me, bro. I pray to all y'all that are still in school for the patience and the grace and forgiveness to deal with y'all kids, bro. Like, some of y'all kids be saying wild stuff to each other that, like, wasn't even a problem back years ago. But some of y'all, bro, they say treat others the way you want to be treated. Yep. Jesus said that. Love thy neighbor as yourself. Yep. But then there's a popularity contest, and if you aren't popular and basic, then you don't get the treatment. But that's just in school. I will say, like, school is here's the biggest problem with school, and this is it's always been a problem, especially in public school. All of y'all worry about your image so much. Like, and everyone worries about their own image so much because everyone worries about each other's images. All the boys want to be the coolest boy. You want to be the quarterback of the football team, the best basketball player. You want to be the tallest, the fastest, the strongest. You know, oh, I got all the girls' numbers. Look at me, I'm cool. Girls, you want to be the prettiest girl in school. You want to be the whatever. You know, the smartest, whatever. Y'all worry about so much of me, and oh, look at this person. This person's an idiot. Look at that dumb shirt that person's wearing. Look at their haircut. Look at that. They got braces. Oh, they got acne. They got a lisp. They got red hair. They're fat. Whatever. Y'all can pick whatever you want. But chat, that stuff is not important at all. Check what I sent you on TikTok. It's about Jesus. I'll check it out after the stream, bro. Unless you want to drop or just DM it to me on the Discord. I'll check it out. That's a huge problem in today's day and age, and like especially with kids in school, is self-image. Y'all are so worried about your self-image. I promise you, it's not that big a problem. Like, we're all just humans out here living life. Look at Chad. Look at my hair. Look at this. I need a haircut. Do you think I care what my hair looks like? Look at this. My hair is ridiculous right now. It's crazy. It's all over the place. I honestly don't know what to do with it. Bro. Like, it's freshman year. Please keep growing the... Should I just grow... So, just grow these completely out, like, down the here, like Hyde from that 70s show? Ooh. That's what I should do. That's why a lot of people peak in high school. That's facts. Because some of y'all Some of the people who go to school think high school's it. High school ain't it, bro. I promise you high school ain't it. There we go. I'll wear my hair like that. Why not? Y'all learn to laugh, chat. Tell you what. Oh, wait. Oh, yeah. Dude, should I get a headband? Dude, headband actually wouldn't be a bad idea. Like Logan, I'm literally thinking about going bald. Chat, I'm being for real. I'm so close of just shaving my head bald. Like, if I had to put a percentage on it, I'm like 50-50 shaving my head. Like, I'm tired of dealing with hair. Like, I have to wake up every morning for work and I have to, like, completely soak all of my hair. Like, bro, look at this. This is ridiculous. Like, if I just shave my head completely, then it wouldn't even be a problem. At all. You sent it to me? Let's check it out. If you got a headband, imagine how big your forehead would look. Or how... Man, dude, if I was bald, I'd be all forehead. All forehead.
For all the people back on Earth, the crew of Apollo 8 has a message that we would like to send to you. In the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth.
Uh-huh.
And the earth was without form and void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep. And the Spirit of God moved upon the face of the waters. And God said,
Let there be light.
Man. Let there be light, chat. So, Brain Dog.
McCue, don't forget to spin the wheel. Also, you should search my football team on Max Preps.
I'll spin the wheel right now. But Brain Dog, here's what I'm going to say. Don't feed into them. Do your best. Do your absolute best. Learn to forgive them and love them, even though it's hard. Surround yourself with good, supportive people. And you don't, chat, you do not have to have a lot of friends. You need like 2 or 3 solid friends, and you're going to be all right. Even like 1. If you had 1 friend who's like ride or die, your best friend you can always count on, they can always count on you, y'all are truthful with each other. Like, if you had one, you gonna be all right, for real. I'll spin the wheel. Logan, do you want to get RB there yet and play it with me? I will play that.